What's going on, people? It's Wednesday the 26th of July. That clip was just taken from Newcastle United's training session yesterday, I believe. Fantastic strike by Isaac Hayden, and Isaac Hayden and Rob Elliott have been bantering it off each other since then, basically saying it's a bit of a fluke. But hopefully if Hayden can put a few more of those away this season, we'll be onto a winner anyway. So we'll start off with some more footage. This was taken from Newcastle United themselves. Bearing in mind that CM De Jong has been a bit part player last season. Obviously he was on loan and he hasn't made too many appearances, but he's got off on the right foot basically this season, and he's now been talking about what he plans to do throughout this next season.
Up till now it hasn't been what I expected or what anybody expected, and different sorts of reasons, but yeah, of course I look at myself and I want to improve and want to play games for Newcastle, and that's why I came here, and I hope this season will be different for me. And yeah, I had a year away, so could change of environment, and now I'm back, but it all feels good, and hopefully I'll be ready, and I'll try everything in pre-season to get my chance in the team. Cool.
So as always, we'll get into some transfer rumours now. Starting off with Andreas Samaras, Benfica midfielder, 28 years of age, Greek international. Now, it's been rumoured that we had a €50 million bid actually agreed, but Lee Ryder's put that one to bed. From the Chronicle, he's apparently said that there's no bid that has been put in, and apparently that we're not about to sign him. But it kind of makes sense now, because you know, €15 million for a 28-year-old kind of goes against the whole model that Mike Ashley brings into play. Now, I know there's exceptions to the rule, obviously with Daryl Murphy, but again, we didn't spend £15 million on him, and I can't really see that well going ahead. But again, anything can happen, especially within this transfer window. Now, moving on to a former player, Mike Williamson. Mike Williamson has put pen to paper and signed for Oxford United on a one-year deal. Yes, we all remember Mike Williamson had a decent season alongside Colin Sheedy. I can't remember the year, but I do remember a decent season with him. But again, he is now an Oxford United player, so I wish him all the best of luck, and I'm sure you do too. Remember, I reported yesterday that Stephen Taylor has signed for Peterborough United. So another central defender that was formerly at the club has now signed on for a lower league club. Now, the main news that I wanted to bring to you guys today was the Chronicle reporting that these three players have been reportedly told they can move on. Now, you probably can guess who they are: Tim Krul, Henri Saivet, and of course Achraaf Lazaar. Now, two of them you're probably thinking, it's alright, no skin off my nose, which is probably Achraaf Lazaar and Henri Saivet, am I right? Yep. But the other one, Tim Krul, has had people up in arms, and the reason why he's been at the club for at least a good 10 years now, and he's still under the age of 30 from what I believe. He's settled into the area well. I think he's even got a North East wife and a child as well. So again, he's almost like part of the family. Well, he is part of the family, forget that. Obviously spent a lot of time off on loan, and obviously with the abundance of keepers that we have at this moment in time, it's a shame that he basically has drawn the short straw, so to speak. So it makes sense from a business point of view that we have him move on, because again, out of the 5 keepers, or 4 keepers now, he's probably worth the most, and again, he's got time on his side for anyone who's looking to recruit him. But at the same time, I'll probably have to say he's the better one out of the whole of the keepers. For me personally, I probably would have moved on Rob Elliott. Again, no offence to him, but I think Dyer's got time on his side. Woodman's definitely got time on his side, and Krul's probably the #1 keeper for me. Elliott definitely won't be moving though out of all of them, because you know, he's already in the first team. He's started every single pre-season friendly so far. He's also started up the Elite Academy, obviously with Gale, Richie and Dummett. And as soon as he came back from injury, he was thrusted back into the team straight away. So you could already kind of see how Rafa has him in his plans. And obviously he's coming towards the twilight years of his career, but obviously for goalkeepers, they age and come into their prime a lot later on in their career. So I think it's going to be Elliott staying as our #1, Woodman staying as well as #2, and then Darlow's kind of up in the air as well. But definitely the likes of Tim Krul will be moved on, and hopefully we can get a decent fee for him as well. Henri Saivet, again, we brought him back in, was it January 2016? Obviously alongside John Joe Shelby. For a fair bit as well. I'm thinking it was about £5 million, but I'm sure he was on a decent wage as well. And since then, we've kind of palmed him off. I think we went online to Saint Etienne and someone else. But we still can't get a full-time buyer, someone to take him off our hands permanently. But he's been told he can move on despite playing a part in the pre-season friendlies. And then Achraaf Lazaar, bit of a strange signing because again, it's not worked out. I haven't seen a lot of him. Definitely not good in terms of defensive work, and he's primarily a defender first. Offensively, he looks a lot better, but again, he still hasn't cut the mustard at Newcastle United, and apparently he's been told he can leave if we find a buyer for him. So that is it for today. Obviously, we've got the game tonight against Bradford, another pre-season friendly, so hoping that we can see a bit of a change in dynamics in terms of formation, maybe even start a first 11 for the first 45 minutes that we look to see against Spurs, and then make the changes. That would be my personal preference, but again, who knows what might happen. I'm sure a lot of stuff will be made from the people that do not make the team, and of course the people that do make the team, and what positions they're played in as well. So you'll be seeing a review from me after the Bradford game, and hopefully we can learn some more about what the dynamics of the squad entail. But also, last thing, I'm going to say it again, I told you Rafa needs to trim down the squad, so not only will those three be moving on, but I'm sure there'll be more to come. So let me know your thoughts on who should be moved on, and again, who should we bring into the squad. I'm sure there'll be loads more transfer rumours throughout the whole of the season. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys all soon. Peace.